Hello, 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 everybody. How y'all doing today? I'm sorry I wasn't able to come on for during my lunchtime live. I had a doctor's appointment to go to today, y'all, and the doctor's appointment. I told you guys earlier today that as women, we have to stay on top of our appointments. And I'm glad that I'm very glad that I went to my doctor's appointment today, even though I got a little bit of some slight. Hello. Lunchtime live. Let me fix that playback. I'm very glad that I went to my doctor. Yeah, I'm very glad that I went to my doctor's appointment today, even though I had some slight bad news. But I wouldn't say it's bad news. I'm glad that I got this news. But anyway, long story short, when I went to my appointment, obviously, what they do with us when we go to our appointments, they check our blood pressure. So my blood pressure, first when they checked it, it was, I think she said 140 over 90. And then she said, okay, let's just check it again. Hey guys, those of y'all who just hopped on, say hello. Say hello in the chat. And so she was like, okay, let's just check it again before you leave, and we'll see what it is. So when they checked it again, I took a picture of it. I don't know if y'all can see. Oh God, you guys can't see it. Let me see if I put no, you guys can't see it. Anyway, when they checked it again, it was 134 over 87. So it did go down a little bit. I had a doctor's appointment to go to today, y'all. Yeah, so it did go down a little bit, but they're still like, you need to see your primary care provider. So tomorrow morning, because I literally just got home from my doctor's appointment just now. We went to eat before I came home. But she was like, you need to schedule an appointment with your primary healthcare provider, because today, like I said, guys, I went to go see my OBGYN. So she was like, yeah, you gotta get moving, don't stress out too much. She went into the whole spiel. And like I said this morning, I told you guys this morning that it's very important that we get out there, making sure that we are making our scheduled appointments and keep it on top of our health and all that stuff. So, pray for me as I pray for you guys. So thank you guys so much for tuning in for another episode of my Success-preneur Chat. Really testing out some things this week, and this is why you guys are seeing me more often. So take advantage of this, because you guys know I give some awesome and amazing information. And for those of you who are tuning into me for the first time, I help you dominate your sales and systems by transforming your passion into a highly scalable remote business so that you can accelerate your wealth and freedom. Thank you so much, Therese, for sharing this broadcast. And guys, if you haven't shared, please make sure that you share. So for those of you who have been watching me for many months now, you guys have been knowing that you guys know that I've been really talking a lot about building your email list and email marketing, list building, all those things. And it's quite interesting now how other people are starting to talk about list building as well, but that's a whole other conversation. But it just goes to show how important that if you have any type of business, whether you're offering courses, whether you're offering products, services, whatever, you got to build your list. Like, you just have to, before you invest in anything else in your business, before you invest in technology, before you invest in services, before you invest in inventory, you have to invest the time, energy, money, and effort to grow your list, because you could be creating all these amazing things in your business, but don't have nobody to show it to. So whenever I get on discovery calls with potential clients, which is quite often, the real issue that they're having in their business at the time, the real thing that's keeping them from generating more sales in their business, is they don't have people to sell to. Yes, they may have 4,000 friends on Facebook. Yes, they may have 10,000 followers on Instagram, but nobody is buying, because what in fact that you're doing is you're building up your following, you're building up your attention, because we're all fighting for attention. We are all like us business women. Sometimes we could be like, a little bit woo-de-woo, right? We are all fighting for attention in this digital space because there's so many people out there that's running to the internet. Back then it wasn't popular to be an entrepreneur, but now it is. Everybody wants to build a business, make money. They could just hop online and just make money, but it's so important that you get out there and that you build your list, because as you're making more and more noise, you got to put your audience somewhere. You just can't have them hang out on Facebook. You just can't have them lounge out in your Facebook group. You just can't have them sit there and straddle the fence on your Instagram or your LinkedIn or even your YouTube channel. Like, YouTube was down yesterday morning, guys, like for real. So with that said, you got to get your audience off of this internet space and into a environment where they're just paying attention to you, where they're just paying attention to you. And nowadays it's hard to do live events where you build that brand loyalty and all that stuff. So list building is so important. It's so very much so important. And you have to definitely, what I want to talk about today is, 6 things you should do before building that list. 6 things you need to do before building your list. So let's jump into number 1. The first thing that you have to do before building your list is that you have to know your audience. You have to know your audience. And I know sometimes the number one question you're going to ask me, well, Leticia, I don't know who I want to sell to. I don't know who my audience is. Okay, who's your desired client? Who is your desired customer? Like, you got to sit down. If you want to build a business, y'all got to think about these things. Like, nobody's going to give you that answer. That is a question that you have to answer internally within yourself, because it's your business. It's your company. These are your products. These are your services. These are your courses that you're selling. And you got to really ask yourself, who is the perfect human being that I want to do business with, right? Hey, the glam artist. The glam artist says that she sells to people who love makeup. Yes, like, you wouldn't sell to somebody that never wears makeup and is always barefaced and everything. That's not their interest. You're going to sell to women who already love makeup, who's already in the MAC stores, who's already in the Clinique, who's already buying NARS, Morphe, like real makeup addicts who love makeup, right? Thank you for making that point out, the glam artist. Thank you, sis. So you got to know who you want to sell to. You got to know who you want to be your dreamy customer. You got to know who you want to be your dreamy client. You have to know who your target audience is. No coach in this planet is going to give you that answer. You have to come up with it yourself. It's your business. It's your brand. So important. Number 2, let me tell you guys something. I know this is probably the first time that you're ever going to hear this, but before you start building your list and before you start even building a business, you got to want to help people. Guys, listen, if you're building a business just for the purposes of making money, you're going to fail. Okay, let me just say that you're going to fail, because there are going to be many times where the money is not going to be flowing constant like it normally is. So either you're going to have a true passion and dedication for it, not commitment, because you can be committed about something and then fall flat on your face and quit, right? But you have to be dedicated to what it is that you're doing and dedicated to building that list, because let me tell you guys something, you're not always going to make money in your business. You're going to deal with people who are going to tell you no left, right, and center. Even when you do get some yeses, you're going to get clients that are just going to want to make you explode. You're going to have customers that you're going to have to be chasing after all the freaking time. And every time that you level up in your business, guys, you're going to have to, do away with the cheapos or whatever. So that way you can really get in front of people who not only can afford what you're offering, but really, really passionately need it. Right. So again, before you think about growing that list, if your first thing on your mind is, I want to grow my list because I want to make a whole ton of boatload of freaking millions and billions of dollars, I'm telling you right now, don't start. If you're doing it for the money, don't do it. Do it for the simple fact that you want to help people, And the more you get people to their destination, the more money you're going to make. The glam artist said, I love to help people with skincare and natural health and wellness. There you go. There you go, mama. Awesome, the Glam Artist. Do you have a program teaching that? That would be even better. That would be even better. So number 3 is it takes work. It takes work. Okay, you build an amazing landing page. You build an awesome opt-in page. Maybe you even have a website. And you think that once you build it, people will come. It takes work. So I'm inside this mastermind group, and somebody made a post this morning. They were like, "Hey, I made a landing page. I made an opt-in page, and I'm not getting the outcome I expect." I was like, "Well, girl, are you out there promoting the page? Are you telling people to join your list? Are you asking the people and invite them into your world? Like, what is it that you're doing? Because you just can't build something." Put a domain name on it and think that people are just going to run to it and sign up. That's not how it works. It takes work. If you want to make a lot of money, ladies, you got to do a lot of work. You got to do a lot of work. Okay. Number 4 is it takes patience. It takes patience. If you want that microwave business, right? If you want that microwave business, guys, that is a existing business. You have to understand that success takes time. Success takes patience. You got to stay the course, get great mentorship. Okay. If it's not me, you better find somebody, and you have to do the work. You have to do the work. Okay, it so surprises me that people think that, oh, I have a coach, I have a mentor, I got somebody to do my website, and now, boom, my business is up and running, and I'm going to sit here in front of my laptop and just wait for people to come. Then you get frustrated, and instead of you blaming yourself, you outwardly blame the people around you and saying, well, maybe I'm not successful because of you. But somebody told me a long time ago, if you point one finger at somebody else, there's actually 3 fingers being pointed right back at you, right? Hey, Kimberly, how are you, love? Kimberly said, yes, it does take work. Amen, amen. It takes a whole lot of work. If I want to make a lot of money, if you want to make a lot of money, you got to do a lot of work. Yeah, it takes time to build. Absolutely. It takes, and what we're talking about, guys, today is 6 things you have to do before you build that list. All right. Number 5 is you got to vet your list. I don't just let any and everybody on my list. You know, one of the things that I do is whenever I see a new person join my list, I'll go to that person's Facebook and I want to find out where my people's coming from, right? I want to know where my people's coming from. Oh, thank you, Kimberly. Thank you, sis. I want to find out where my people's coming from. Okay, because you never know. You can have people that come in and they'll just infiltrate your list. So you got to vet your list. You have to. If people don't give me their first, last, and email address, you don't need to be on my list. Like, really? I'm not going to go look up your credit history or anything like that. Like, for real. Like, I understand why people don't want to give their phone numbers. But, you know, for people to say, I don't give out my last name. Girl, I see your last name on Facebook. Really? I see your last name on Facebook, but you don't want to put your last name in my list, girl, bye. So you gotta vet your people, child. The stuff that I hear people say, it questions whether they have any sense of common sense in this world. And we're living in the world today where people are having less and less common sense each and every day, but you know, you deal with that as it comes, right? So number 6 is my last point I want to make to you guys before I leave, is you got to purge your list. You have to. You know, most of us are paying for our email autoresponders. We're paying to store people to store emails and phone numbers and addresses on our list. To keep people on your list is almost like you're throwing your money down the drain. So even the other day, I sent out an email to my inactive people on my list. Some of the people, it's like probably about maybe, 9% of my list, you get people that don't open the emails and stuff like that. So I did a test just to see if maybe my content is going in their junk mail, their spam mail, whatever. And in the email, I titled it as, can I remove you? Can I remove you? And it's so funny. One person responded and they said, oh my God, I haven't been getting your emails and things like that. So obviously, if a person responds back to you, if they save your email address in their address book, your digital address book, then they'll get your emails all the time. But yeah, there are times where I do send those emails out to inactive people and I say, hey, can I remove you? And if you don't respond, I just take you off my list. You're not even opening my emails anyway. You're not engaging with them anyway. So like I said, guys, people who teach you guys to just build a list, and that's all they teach. And maybe they may give you some templates here and there, but they're really not showing you how to manage, run, and operate your list. Is every single month you're going to be paying for a system that's not producing you revenue. And the reason why, whenever at the day one, when I started to build my list, I started to get a high conversion, because I don't just build my list and set it and forget it. I'm doing reports. I'm going in there and seeing what you guys are clicking on, what y'all opening. Like, I'm constantly inside of my constant contact all the time. All the time. That's something that I feel that I will always manage. I really wouldn't give that to a team to do. That's just my personal preference. But anyway, guys, I'm going to have a special list building masterclass this week. And if you're interested in attending, inside my free list building masterclass, I'm going to be teaching you guys my 5-step process on how to build a high converting email list. And as I just mentioned, it's free. So you can register right now by texting me the words build my list to bit.ly/text to camp, or you can text me directly at 516-861-0169. And again, for my free list building masterclass, we're going to be going over my 5-step strategy on how to build a high converting email list. The masterclass is not going to be longer than 45 minutes. It's not going to be a 3-hour plus webinar. I give you guys all the meat, none of the fat. List building, guys, by far is the number one thing in your business. Is absolutely positive is going to give you a return on your investment. If you don't have nothing, like somebody asked me this morning, what if they don't have anything to launch? What if they don't have their course ready or their business all together? You should be making a wait list then. What's stopping you from making a wait list? So when you do have everything together and perfect in your mind, you're going to have people who are interested in what it is that you have to offer. Many of us, the reason why some people fail is because they're going out there to a cold audience. Nobody has piqued interest on whether or not what you're offering is actually a need for. So the best way to do that, in my opinion, after the almost a decade, we're over a decade now with leveraging email marketing, I realized that when you get out there and you seed your audience, you pique interest, you build a wait list, you build, or some people call it an interest list, right? When you do launch, your conversion is higher because you've already did the work. You did the pre-work, before the actual launch. So guys, thank you so much for tuning into the show. I have so much stuff coming up in the next few weeks. So much Sister Connection show, my Say Yes to Success podcast. I mean, so much going on right now. I'm in between. I'm in the middle of my Success Challenge mini course cycle, and also my list building mastermind membership program. We just relaunched that. I have my website where clients can go, and if they want to become a business owner, they can click the, how's that going? How's that going, The Glam Artist? Hold on. I'm going to check you out, mama. It's slow. Why is it slow? Hold on. Let me see what you're talking about first. Oh God. Why? Because of the Christmas season. Don't you sell makeup? Yeah, so why? Because of the Christmas season. I don't see your website on your profile, mama. Oh, yes, I do. I'm sorry. Hold, let me see something. Hey, Miss Tasha. Miss Tasha, I didn't get the thing in the mail yet, but they're saying that the mail around here in my neighborhood has is becoming slow. People are not getting their packages on time. 1 second, guys. I'm just looking at the TheGlamArtist website. Okay, so what is like, okay, so now let me say this, and some of y'all may disagree with me, but I'm only saying this because I'm talking from actual experience, not my personal opinion. Okay, websites are a huge distraction. I've been building my business now for over 10 years. I've never had a website, not one time. I actually paid for a website to get done. The team is still, they waiting for me to give them my content. I'm like, girl, when I get to you, I'll get to you, you know? They're a distraction. It's almost like a kid in a candy store and you're telling them, listen, go over there and look at those Reese's Pieces. And they're looking at the gummy bears, they're looking at the lollipops and all that stuff. It's just a huge distraction, you know, and websites will, especially if you don't have a high conversion, you're going to start to notice that websites are going to cost you more money than it's actually going to make you money. And if you don't have a team actively updating it, knowing how to get your website at the top of the search engine, then, you know, it's just going to sit there. It's just going to sit there and collect dust. So for you, the glam artist, you need to definitely register for my masterclass because I'm going to be telling you, we're going to be talking about landing pages and how those are way more better at conversion wise and getting people to know exactly how you can help them way better than the website. A website is just a huge distraction and people it's the one thing in your business that gets the less conversion. I mean, if you go live today and give somebody a direct link to your offer, people are going to be more prone to convert that way than they would you saying, hey, go to www.whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Okay? So if you notice, even from what I'm doing here, my masterclass, I'm not taking you to a .com. I'm taking you to, hey, join my text list and you get a registration page to register and you're in. And just imagine now you're on my text list and now you're on my email list. 2 touches. So you have to master a way, and how you do this is you got to register for my masterclass, is master a way to increase your touches, because the more times you touch someone, the more chances of they going to do business with you. It's about making noise. Kimberly said, I'm about to write a task list every day, contain days for Primerica, certain days for TLC, and certain times to get work done with Success Challenge and time so I can. Okay, so Kimberly, I would first say that Primerica for you, you got to choose which business is going to be on the front end. Is it going to be Primerica? Is it going to be from TLC? So let's say if you get a client that's going to opt into your Primerica business, they're going to get, policies from you and what have you, right? Then those clients may also want to live a healthier life with everything that's going on in the world. They want to boost their immune system, be at a healthy weight so they don't go to the doctor's appointments like I did this morning and all of a sudden they have high blood pressure, right? So, or if you want to switch it to where you're going to put TLC on the front end, then your TLC customers may also want to get some Primerica coverage. But either way, girl, something has to be on the front end. So that way it's not like you're giving each business its own days. Really what you're creating is sort of like an invisible funnel where you have one business on the front end, and when those customers bite, you introduce them to everything else that you're offering. So if you guys notice, those of you who are my clients, you notice when I get y'all as a client, I also offer you some other resources that I'm an affiliate of, whether it be books, other additional services, products, whatever. But if I put out all the whole kitchen sink on the front end, then people are going to be overwhelmed. So, for example, you did a story today showing off the TLC stuff. That would be a great, if I were you, I would have put that inside of any group that you may have or email list that you may have that you already have Primerica customers on. Okay, people are already distracted. Really, you got to grab their attention for one thing and then offer them everything else. I'm an affiliate of the Rap Closet, right? But you guys know my clients, whenever I'm in class, I talk about the Rap Closet. That's right, because my amazing client, Miss Tasha Davis, is one of the co-founders of the Rap Closet. Okay, I hope y'all caught that. Okay, so then you're around the wrong people, the glam artist. You're around, see, this is why you have to come to my masterclasses. You're not around the right people, because if you have narrowed down your dreamy customer will go off of need. Some people will say, may not have money for everything, but we pay for what we need now. We pay for what we need to have. So if you explain enough to where, listen, they need your stuff. Like, you sell more than just makeup. I'm on your website now. You sell health and nutrition products. So since now people are trying to be healthy, maybe you should focus on the health and nutrition side. And then once people get in on the health and nutrition side, you can sell the food and beverages, the spa and beauty, the fashion, the essential oils, and all these other stuff that you have a lot of stuff on your website, girl. Let me tell you. I mean, if I had went on there, I would be like, oh my God, where do I get started? Yes. Yeah, I hope so. Tasha will come by Friday. Everyone in my neighborhood is saying the same thing. They're not getting their packages fast enough. Time to spend with the kids too, but I've got to work. I can do it. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. Yeah, I mean, that's great that you update it all the time, but in the day, I mean, you could update it 100 times a day, but you said that people are not converting. So, come to my masterclass and I can help you out with that. Oh, awesome sauce. Okay, great. Do TLC on the front end, Primerica on the back end. Right? There's no violation. It's like, some network marketing companies be like, oh, you can't promote both of us on one platform. You're not promoting both. You're promoting one business on the front end, and those people who are interested in those TLC products, they will be interested in getting coverage. Right? It's simple science. See, this is science to business, guys. It's not just one size fits all type of formula. And that's why I say none of us can be gurus, because times change and you got to change your strategy. One more thing. Please explain why we shouldn't do ads, spent money on ads again. Oh, Kimberly, I can't answer that question here. That's for you. You're my client. So go to the Behind the Success series that I did, and I explained the answer to that. Thank you, Kimberly, for bringing that up. So just so you guys know, there's a special series that only my clients get to see, where I talk about marketing, motherhood, strategy, like everything that goes on behind the scenes of my business. I share it with my clients. And a lot of coaches don't do that because they're not really willing to be truthful and vulnerable. But I talk about everything, about like really what goes on in my back end machine. So that was one of the discussions that I spoke about, that everyone who watched that was blown away. But again, Kimberly, go to the Behind the Success series, and that is in there. That is in there, sis. Let me see what else you guys are saying. Yes. Yeah. Child, you can't give all your cookies out, honey. Can't give all your cookies. You got to monetize, honey. You got to monetize. Okay, let me check. All right. Just making sure, scanning through the comments to make sure I didn't miss anything. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Also, please not forget to register to attend my free list building masterclass, The Glam Artist. Did you register, mama? Make sure that you do. It's free. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be awesome. You're going to get a whole boatload of insight. Kimberly has attended so many of my masterclasses, so she can tell you that they are phenomenally awesome. And the replay, guys, is very important that you guys come live. But if you can't, that's fine. You will get the replay, but I only offer the replay for 24 hours, and then I put it in the vault. I put it in the vault. So make sure that you guys register immediately this week. This is the last masterclass I'm going to be doing for the rest of the year. I'm going to take 2 weeks off. And then after that, I'm probably not sure when I'm going to do it again, because I've been literally riding out doing these master classes every week since October, and mama's tired. No, just text me, build my list to bit.ly/text to camp. Yeah. Then I tell you, the glam artist, I don't do websites. No, ma'am. Don't need them. Don't want them. Don't. I will get one eventually when I feel that there's a purpose for it. That's how my brain works. I don't do anything unless I see that there's a purpose for it. Yes, the masterclasses are very vital to your learning. You learn something new every time. Yeah, and it's only going to be for 45 minutes or less. So thank you so much for that, Kimberly. It's not going to be super duper long, because I know y'all have a lot to do. Most of y'all are busy moms like me. Am I cutting up? It looks like I'm cutting up on Periscope. Y'all know that they are discontinuing Periscope. Y'all heard the news? They are discontinuing Periscope. And the reason why I'm like a little bit like low-key sad is because I started my live stream career on Periscope. I was like, oh my God. But again, you could go live on Twitter. Am I breaking up? I look choppy. Do I look choppy, guys? Is my connection coming in clear? Yeah, but I was like low-key sad because I started out going live on Periscope, honey, with all the trolls and everything. So I was just like, oh my God. But you guys can still go live on Twitter, which I was like, yeah, I didn't get why they had Periscope live and Twitter live. So I guess somebody wised up and got smart and said, let's keep people on Twitter instead of going on Periscope, because if they go on Periscope, they ain't gonna come back to Twitter. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Miss Tasha. Thank you. All right, y'all, I hear the baby in the room crying. Y'all, Tori Marie is 2 months. Oh, she's growing so freaking fast. She is now 2 months. I don't know if y'all saw the post the other day. She likes to stay up with me and watch The Office, because the minute I put her down, she starts crying. So for the most part, I don't sleep with her in my hand. I do put her in her crib, but sometimes we'd be up all night watching The Office and watching the Game of Thrones and Stranger Things. What are y'all favorite series that you like to watch? Curb Your Enthusiasm. I love you some Curb Your Enthusiasm. A lot of people don't like that show, and I can understand why. But he's so funny to me. He just is. So I watch that, and then I'm trying to think of another show I watch. Trying to think. Oh, To Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything. Let me tell y'all, that is my favorite movie on the whole planet. Is To Wong Fu. Noxzema Jackson. And Housewives. You watch Housewives? You watch that? Yeah, I mean, I'll trickle all into a Housewives sometime. Oh, you never got to check out? Don't worry, Kimberly. They're discontinuing it, so there's no point in you checking. Oh, how is the new season, The Glam Artist? I got to watch a few clips of it on Instagram this morning, and the two new girls. I was like, oh my God. I was like, you know what? They had to get good replacements for Nene, so I guess they got to replace her, and then they had to get two more people to do one woman's job. But it was cute. It was cute. It was cute. It looks like it's going to be interesting. Yeah, my mom loves watching Housewives of Atlanta. She likes watching Housewives of Potomac. The Housewives of Potomac reunion, I saw clips of that. Girl. What was her name? Monique had a receipt binder, girl. She had a binder of receipts. I was like, oh my God. So I got to see little clips of that. So that was pretty cool. But I'll be on my Netflix game, y'all, watching my little series, honey. That's what I do. Reading y'all comments while I'm going down at the same time. So listen, y'all, that's all I have for you guys this evening. I might come back on a little later. I have a lot of work to do. Like I said, I had a doctor's appointment this morning, so it kind of took me off track a little bit with a lot of the things I need to get done. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you keep your eyes open for my relaunch of my Sister to Sister Connection talk show, my Say Yes to Success podcast. I'm throwing that out there because, I got nieces around. So, I like to tell y'all what I'm pre-launching just in case people want to, get tattoos and all kinds of stuff off of what I'm doing. But, child, let me tell you, God is good. God is so good. Okay. Anywho, thank y'all so much for tuning in. As always, don't forget, get out there and dominate because it's time to design a life that you, in fact, deserve. Till next time. Bye, guys.